Здравейте, как сте? It's a beautiful evening. Friday, May the 15th. Hope you pet cats are doing alright. I know for sure that I am. Because I'm out and about in the city. And it's a beautiful evening now. Guess where I'm going? To the South Park. Park. Which is, park. And Yuzen comes from Yuk, which is south. So it's the I guess the biggest park of the city. Or not maybe, I don't know. But it's arguably the nicest park. And it may seem a little cloudy, which it is. It's very strange weather. But it is about 34 degrees. Right now it's at least 30. So it is about 8 o'clock in the evening. And with 30 degrees, that makes it a summer night in the city. And this weather is pretty windy. It's been windy all day. It makes me think of the Caribbean because I've been there to the island of Bonaire, which is part of the Dutch kingdom because it was a colony. And there also it was very cloudy, like every day, which it often is, and with 30 something degrees all day long and night, so 25, 27 in the night, and 30 something the other day. And with the breeze, with the little wind, that makes it just, very pleasant. Which is the same here. So it makes me feel good and a bit nostalgic for the Caribbean, because it was an amazing vacation. But anyway, you see that behind me the buildings are a bit more cosmopolitan than the area where I live. The thing is that I cannot afford to live here. I guess I could, but I wouldn't have much left, because these are pretty expensive places. Like even the old block right there, which the quality, it's still standing but it's old. You'd still pay a small fortune for these. It's because this is the best park. You can see it's something else. It has some allure. Even by international standards, this is, you would see something like this in Barcelona, with the streets, with the fountains and stuff. We just don't have the palm trees. And apart from this new end, it's still pretty run down, the park, but it has a lot of charm, and it has a lot of people. It's big. I wouldn't say it's run down, but you see the street. That's what I mean. It's not brand new, but it doesn't make it any less good. You can see very big alleys, and lots and lots of people. As you can see all around me. Behind me we also have the old buildings, but also an apartment would cost a small fortune there as well. So yeah, beautiful place. It makes you feel like you are in a truly big city, which we are. I don't come here a lot, but I'm happy to be back out, really. Yeah. It's such an evening that you can stay outside the whole night and it will not get cold. even though we're at some altitude. It will stay about 20 degrees right now. And it's extraordinary, like 34 degrees. It's not standard for, you know, half May. It's definitely on the higher end. We'd get this in July, August, but I guess we're lucky. With a breeze, you just wish it was like this all day. But again, you might get bored of it. So I'll show you a bit of the South Park. It's interesting, more interesting than me talking about it. It's getting dark very slowly. Look at this. This is not all. This is just one field, and there's like the whole park's like this. I can walk on, not in a circle, but straight on, and not get out the other end for at least half an hour. There's a road in between somewhere, but that's it. Because this city is very green. And yeah, I mean, I wish I could live somewhere here. Perhaps I would just I should just look to find a place here, because it's not impossible, right? This is a place that everybody hangs out. And in Bulgaria, people, they always hang out, no matter what. Winter, summer, people might be inside in cafes, but now the cafes are outside. People bring their drinks out. You see a lot more people riding bikes recently, especially this year. And a lot of new bikes, new mountain bikes. I'm under the impression that because of the Corona thing, a lot of people got bored and they just bought bikes or scooters just to, you know, go out and do something. Because it's always been allowed to ride a bike during this chapter, so that's good. In fact, I think I've never walked in this particular part. It's new to me. Feels like I'm in a new place. Really, what else could we wish for here? You know, the city, it's pretty big, but there's a lot of space in between the buildings. And this is the exact place where you can see that very well, because that's the way the city has been set up. In particular outside the city, which has a sort of like a grid pattern, just like New York City, with small blocks like square streets, you know what I mean? On a lot smaller scale, but and not with skyscrapers, but it has a grid pattern, the center. And outside you have big blocks with green in between. See, you can see these old blocks. There's 3 of them on a row. Last one there. And you can see the amount of space in between, which is how these panelkis have been set up. And the same goes for Russia, but there the panelkis, they are not called the same. They are called after Khrushchev. I lack the exact word right now for the Khrushchevki or something, but they're called after Nikita Khrushchev. And here's just panelki, because basically it's panel buildings. Pretty fab, coming straight from the factory and stacked on top of each other. And you have these buildings from here to, I mean, from Berlin all the way to Vladivostok. People living in identical manners. It's either that or a house, and when the rapid urbanization occurred, people moved in such blocks because they had to be built quickly and cheaply. And you know, they still stand. Here's someone selling corn, tsarevica, which is very delicious, palachinki pancakes. But the tsarevica is basically boiled or steamed. And you get it in a little cup with, often you get some butter on top, which then melts. You get a sort of sweet corn, which is very typical here. I don't think I've seen it in other countries. In a cup, just like that, with a little spoon. Basically like you'd have an ice cream in Italy. Here we have corn in such cups. And ice cream as well, which is cool. We have it all. You can see this section has been renovated. Like, I've probably never been here. But this section is pretty new. The benches are not, but old trolley bus whizzing by. Icarus. Or not. Not sure. But this is pretty new here. At least the paving. A few years old. With a designated dog area where they can play around. Little lamps as well. Ploštatka za kućeta, which is ploštat, it's a square, ploštatka is a little square, za is 4. You know, kuća is a dog, kućeta is dogs. If you say kućeta, it means dogs. Kućetata, it's the dogs. Oh, здравей. Just saw my trainer from the gym with his girlfriend, and the gym is opening again on Monday, so soon enough we can work out again, which is, you know, for the better. There will be regulations that there can only be one person on 4 square meters. I have to see how that will work out, but yeah, things are opening up. So you see that it's pretty stormy even. It's very strange weather. Very strange. Like a little summer storm. But cloudy and without a rain. But wouldn't surprise me if we suddenly get thunder out of nothing. As you can see here, which is a sort of central area of the Yuuzhan Park, of the South Park. I've been here before. This is not so new. It's at least 5-6 years old. We have a little pond. And over there we have Vitosha Mountain. See? So you can see how beautiful this all is. Normally there are some swans here. Perhaps having a walk as well. But yeah, you can see how much to the south we are here, because it's so hot you won't believe it. And it means you can People are going to sit there the whole night. Whereas in the Netherlands we have 13, 14 degrees. My mom, she was wearing a wool sweater when I FaceTimed her, which is not very enviable if you ask me. So who wants to be in a wool sweater half of May? I don't, because I'm used to this now. See, we got a lot of flowers, though they haven't been maintained in some time. Guess a lot of city work has been suspended because of this virus. Or perhaps it is maintained, I don't know. Some fields are dead, others not. And this is far from the only park we have. And it's not the only true cosmopolitan park either, where you get like the little bit of the Central Park vibes, which is a big exaggeration, but especially if you look at the buildings. But it does feel like a metropolis, which I'm very proud of. Like, it is a city. And the good thing is that you can walk here all night. Like, you'll see women walking alone at night here. Or early morning with the dog, I don't know. It's not a place to be cautious. At least not that I know of. So I think I shared some good impressions. Don't know what else to say. I hope it was in some way informative. Here we have another outdoor fitness. But yeah, you know how that goes. I can only say that things are pretty good in Bulgaria now. So yeah, enough about that. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. And here I'm back at the entrance. Oh yeah, it looks really cool. And just with the warmth and, you know, the fountain here, which is actually pretty big. Gives me a little bit of the Plaza de Catalunya feeling of Barcelona. Like a lot smaller scale. There's no need to compare, but we have the southern vibes, you know. It looks on par. It has the part. I mean, a lot of people who don't know Bulgaria, and they just had a walk here. They were just dropped straight out of the air into this square. They would say, where are we? Spain? So there's not that much different about Bulgaria. There's no reason why this country is, you know, it has a bad rap, but a lot of it is just not fair. Like with a lot of prejudice, that's the case. So yeah, you might as well make it your next vacation destination. Now you have the time to actually choose, make a sensible decision. Come enjoy Sofia. With like the same weather. Food is great. Just had a gyros on the terrace and it was absolutely fantastic. On par with Greece. And you should definitely also come enjoy the Bulgarian food. You know, we have it all. even like to have in a lot of countries. What I want to show you is oh, it's not starting here. We have like the pavement in the middle of the street, but it's a little bit farther down, which is really nice. It gives me, you know, I like Southern Europe. That's the thing. I like the whole living outside type of life. I don't know. It's like where I'm supposed to be. So yeah, because it's the park, this is a bit of an upscale area. As you can see, we have a bike lane, nice cars, you know, nice apartments. It's a city of contrasts. Ah, here we get this pavement in the middle is what I want to show you, because I really like that sort of thing. Here we are. Oh, it's actually a lot shorter than I expected. It's more like a square. And there we have the tram tracks starting. But yeah, you see what I mean. It has a sort of avenue kind of look, and I just love it. Let's see who this is, and then we'll close off the video. Ivan Vazov, who else? Famous writer, arguably Bulgaria's most famous writer. Has written a lot of good stories. Like, what was it? Pod Igoto, Under the Yoke of the Ottoman Empire. Check it out, Ivan Vazov, V-A-Z-O-V. It's probably been translated into English as well. If not that, it's interesting to know about this gentleman's history, so look it up. Either way, we'll see you in the next video.